Sometimes after a tragedy, things change and they get better. I have a story like that for you right now. Chanel Anderson was trapped in her car. She drove into a pond. She couldn't get out. She called 911. They couldn't pinpoint her location. We did a 2-year investigation on that story, on that tragedy, and as a result, there were fixes to the 911 system. Well, there's another fix that came as a result of all this. An engineer from Milton was watching the story and has invented someone that could help save someone if they end up in the same situation that Chanel was in. Chief Investigator Brendan Keefe has the story.
Trapped in your own car, the water rising outside the windows.
Get out!
An air pocket provides only seconds for a life and death decision. How are you going to get out alive?
Get let go!
Oh my God. I have felt the panic myself.
I have to try to get the window down before the water starts filling the car.
For a news story 2 decades ago, I demonstrated how to escape from a sinking car.
And the water's rushing in.
Even with a rescue diver in the back seat, I panicked. It's not about too much water, but not enough water inside the vehicle. That creates a pressure differential sealing the door shut. And it doesn't take this much water. Even a few inches over the outside of the car, but not inside, makes it virtually impossible to open the door because of that pressure differential. As the water level increases, you're trapped. The only way out, break the glass. This credit card-sized invention shatters the glass in a snap.
I'll open window for life, demo, pull back, and release.
Jim Alexander invented the owl after seeing our 911 investigation.
I'm in a car in a lake!
It arrived out of a tragedy just 4 miles from our house. Chanel Anderson, 4 o'clock in the morning, delivering papers. She drove into a pond.
I'm losing air very quickly!
The fire and rescue team, they did the best they possibly could, and they couldn't get to her in time.
Yeah, we got one vehicle. It looks like it's all the way underwater right now.
It came to me that Chanel was holding the answer in her hand. If she had it on the back of her cell phone or on the visor of her car, she could have called 911, taken the card, broken the window, gotten out, and be waiting for the EMT rescue personnel.
OWL stands for Open Window for Life.
And it's only 2 fingers that you have to lift on this card. Half a pound pull pressure, about ½ inch back. You put it up, it holds it for you, and you release, and the window breaks.
And car windows are not easy to break. Even a tire iron often bounces right off the glass. The OWL uses a carbide tip and the resonant frequency of the window itself. Your strength is irrelevant. All
the energy within a fraction of a second goes from the point of where it breaks to the corner back to the card. It's almost like lightning.
It also has a recessed razor blade for cutting the seat belt, which often locks tight after an impact.
You insert it, you cut down. It cuts just like paper. Pull back and release. That's the OWL.
This is the device the size of a credit card. There's a patent pending on it. If it's approved, it'll be the 5th patent coming as a result of our 11 Alive investigation. And this device, the size of a credit card, can be used to save a life and maybe something good coming out of the tragic death of Chanel.